This conference will now be recorded.
So did you guys try to create network load balancer? Okay, and I want to show you one thing. See, yesterday I forgot to delete my resources. See how much I've been charged. So for 16 hours, $0.38. Okay, you're getting it. Huh? So you have to go to your billing console and always keep on checking the what and all service you have been using, and you have to check, see every detail it will give, what region. See, okay, for now I have got credit, so that is the reason it is not showing anything. Okay, you're getting it. So that is why. So yesterday, as you can notice, I have forgotten to delete my resources, which is load balancer. You can see here. So it is under where it is elastic load balancing. So container service file system. Yeah, so this is the elastic load balancer, and today still it is running. So let me show you where it is running. So if you go to the load balancer, so this is the one I created yesterday. Okay, anyhow, no problem. So we are going to continue with the same thing. Okay, so did you all create a network load balancer by any chance? Anybody? Yes, no? Okay, I think nobody have created. That is fine. So tomorrow is Saturday and Sunday. Sit and complete all the tasks before we go further, because today we are going to complete the EC2 module. Okay, and from Monday we are going to start with the S3 bucket. Okay, fine. So as you can see, I can still access my application and you can launch the application. That is totally fine. Now coming to our next thing. So network load balancer, I'm not going to create, but I'm going to show you how you can create. Okay, so always recommended it is to follow a official documentation. So this step you already know, you have to configure a target group. Okay, so here you should select only TCP or UDP based on your application, and then you have to register a target and you have to configure the load balancer. So the only difference is, let me go back here. So first what they have given, so first I need to configure what is the first step here? So configure a target group. So let me go to the target groups and I will tell you how to create. So you can create n number of target group. So this is free of cost, right? So you can select instances, and here you are going to change it as a TCP. So that is the only difference, and you can change it to the port number 8080. Okay, right? And you can also mention the TCP health check as it is and go to next. And target group you can name it as TCP or NLB, network load balancer target group. Okay, and go to next. And as this application is also accessible, so yes, that is the reason I yesterday created the Jenkins application. So that is also accessible via TCP load balancer. So I'm going to select this instance and include as pending below, and I'm going to create a target group. Okay, so we have created a target group. So you can see this target group, and it is still okay. So it is saying that the target group is not configured to receive traffic from the load balancer. Okay, because so only when the load balancer is created, only then it will start receiving the traffic and it will be done. Okay, now so once you have done the what is the register target, this is also done, then configure a load balancer and a listener. So this is the fourth step. So go to the load balancers and create load balancer. Here I'm going to select network. So network load balancer is very costly, so be careful to delete. Okay, so my NLB, I'm going to select all the availability zones. Okay, and listener, it can listen on port number 80 and forward to the NLB target group. Okay, that you can do. Okay, so you can make the, see, we don't want the load balancer to access the load balancer with the port number. What I meant is, see here, let me just see here. Now if you see here, I am giving 8080. That is because I had already an existing application which is listening on the port number 80, which is default port, which is this one, isn't it? So that is the reason I gave :8080 to access my Jenkins application, which is this. Okay, so today I am going to access the same application because Jenkins can also be accessed via TCP and also can be accessed via HTTP protocol. So that is the reason I have selected this one. Okay, so next I'm going to select this. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to access the load balancer like load balancer then :8080. So that is why I am configuring to listen on 80, but it will forward it to the target group which is listening on 8080. So that is totally fine. And create. So my NLB is created. Okay, so now you go back to the target groups. So now it is saying target registration is in progress. So let us see what will happen. And let us see whether the load balancer is created. Yes, it is still in the provisioning state. So we'll wait for some time. So let me refresh. So still provisioning. So we'll wait for a couple more minutes. So still provisioning. And target groups. So it is still initial. Load balancer still provisioning. And as you notice here, there is no listener rules here. Okay, it will listen on 80 and it will forward the request to the, yes, now it is active. So now let us see the target group. So it will be accessible. So now let me try to, yes, so now I can see it is in healthy. So now go to the instances section. Okay, no, sorry, not the instances section. Go to the load balancer, go to the description, copy the DNS name, and just open a new tab and press enter. So you will be able to access that. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. Okay. Meanwhile, let me configure the listener edit. So it is listening on 80 and it is forwarding to target group. That is totally fine. And in the target group, the attribute port is 8080. TCP port 8080. I don't know. Yeah. So as you can see, right? So it took a little time. Okay. To ensure Jenkins is secure. So you can see this is the way to configure the load balancer, and this is a purely working application. I will show you. So you can access the Jenkins now via two type of load balancer. One is application and the other one is network load balancer. Now how to know whether it is working or not? You can just, so let me log into this and try to get the password and see whether it is working fine or not. Click on connect and SSH client, copy this, go to the downloads and just paste it, and sudo space -i and open the application. As you can see, there is a path given here. So just copy this and just type cat and enter. So you'll get this hexadecimal password, and just copy this and paste here, and you'll be able to access this application. Okay. So for now, I'm not installing anything because I'll not be able to. Okay. I'm not going to install anything. So you can really configure anything with your fingertips. So that is the, okay, and save and continue. Yes. So this is the, so the Jenkins is ready. So you can configure using your application. Okay. Clear? So this was about the network load balancer. See, there is no much difference. Only difference is the way it is accessed. So now the application is being accessed at the layer that is network layer, TCP based. Okay, but this TCP based is secured way, but this is quite expensive. Okay, so that is why what I would like to suggest you is you can delete it quickly as soon as possible. So go to the network load balancer section, and I'm going to delete it. I don't require because I already did, right? Now if you see this, now you will feel that it is still working, but in some time it will go off. Okay, now meanwhile let us close this. Let us try to access this via application load balancer. Now if I refresh this, now you can see I'm no more getting that enter the administrator password. I am getting the same thing which I configured using the network load balancer. So clear? So you can create a job, say test job freestyle, and you can save. I'm not going to do anything. It is just to make sure to tell you, right? So this is the concept. So this is the concept of the application and load application load balancer and the network load balancer. Okay. Now coming back to our diagram here. Just a second. Okay. Now, so we discussed this, either application load balancer or network load balancer. What we are doing, we are creating target groups and we are assigning the instances, which is a manual process. Okay, which is a manual process. I don't want that. Okay, because see, you never know. Okay, now you may ask me why you don't want the, why we don't want to add the instances manually. Yeah, manually you can add, that is perfectly fine, but you cannot expect when the traffic will be high. Okay, why you will add more instances? Because to distribute the load, right? Suppose if the number of users are increasing day by day, so the server may experience slowness, the application may not respond as it is expected to respond. So at that point of time, you will add more number of resources. So manually you cannot manually you can add, but you cannot predict the traffic. So at this point only it will be high, and this point it will be low. Okay, so this was a problem statement faced by many of the organization. So to solve this, AWS gave them a solution known as Autoscaling group. What is that? Auto scaling group. Okay, so this is the auto scaling. So this symbol represents that there will be some additional component called auto scaling group. Okay, the other things will remain as it is. There will be a load balancer, there will be target groups and everything, but there will be an additional component called as auto scaling group, and this auto scaling group will add and remove the instances based on the configuration what we have done. Okay, so how it will add? It will make use of the one template called as launch template. Okay, in this launch template, we are going to configure the what type of AMI it has to use, right? What is the instance type? Okay, so all those, what is on what network, what security groups, what key pair? Yes, tell me. Okay, so all those things will mention in the launch template. So for example, so instance type, then networking, or before that AMI, networking, all those parameters which we create manually, we will feed it here, and this auto scaling group will check this launch template and it will keep on adding the instances to the target group. Very simple. See, if now come back to this. Now there is only one application load balancer, correct? Yes, so there is only one application load balancer, and there is only one instance, right? So if I want to add one more instance, how will we achieve that? So we will achieve that by okay, one second, now let me here. Okay, so we will achieve that. So as you can see, this is listening to, so there is only one ELB demo server. Now if I want to launch the same server like this, what I have to do? I need to take a backup, I create a AMI, isn't it? And I need to configure the everything. I need to launch the instance, and I needed to go to the target group, and then I need to add it. So this problem we can solve using the auto scaling group. So this will prevent the manual intervention. Okay, so first let us create an AMI to test this application. So I'm going to name it as Jenkins AMI, because this is what we have been testing on. And you can always remember to select no reboot and create image. So this is going to create an image, right? So let it complete. Once it is available, then we can go ahead with the launch template. So as you can see, it is in pending state. Okay, this is in a pending state. So let us see now. So it is still pending state. So without AMI, we cannot proceed, because the first step to create the auto scaling group is, see, let me go to the where you can find the auto scaling group. On the top, sorry, bottom left, auto scaling group. So there is a section. So create an auto scaling group. So the moment it is asking for a launch template, and where you can find the launch template, here, go under the instances, there is a third option, launch template. And to create a launch template, the first and foremost, it will ask for a AMI, so which is still in progress. So if you go to the, okay, so I think my AMI is completed. So before proceeding, let me just confirm. Let me go to EC2 and under AMI section. Yeah, it is still pending state, but we can use it. So let me use, so I'm going to use the Jenkins AMI for my server, and instance type, I'm going to select T2 micro, because that is under free tier, and key pair name, I'm going to use Bastion GPS. Okay, and existing security groups, I'm going to use the default one. Okay, and the other things you can, and tag, you can name it as name tag, and value ASG instances. Okay, ASG instance or instances, right? Clear? And network settings, it will consider the our default VPC, because I'm not selecting the existing. Okay, I have to give the name. So I'm giving the Jenkins ASG. So Jenkins dash ASG, or you can say LT, launch template. LT means launch template. Okay, and I'm going to create. So this is created, right? So let me see. Yeah, now this is also available. So that is not an issue. Now, after the launch template, the next step will be, you need to go to inside the auto scaling group. Okay, so create auto scaling group. So I'm going to name it as Jenkins-ASG, that is abbreviation for auto scaling group. I'm going to select Jenkins LT, and version is, see here it will ask for latest, default, and one. So there might be chances that you may have to revise the template, isn't it? Whenever you are revising the, suppose you want to change the AMI or you want to change the something, so at that point of time there will be a revision. I will show you afterwards, but now everything is one because we have only one version of our template. Okay, now we are going to select the default VPC and select all the availability zones, okay, for high availability, and see instance type requirement I have already selected, and go to next. Okay, now this is the main step. It is asking you to attach to an existing load balancer. So I'm going to attach to an existing load balancer, and I'm going to forward it to which one? That existing target group, or we are going to create a new target groups. Okay, so choose from your load balancer target groups. So what are there? So I'm going to select the Jenkins target group because this is suitable for my use case. Okay, and I'm going to, so health checks and other things, keep it default. Go to next. Now this is very important in auto scaling group. Now what does this meaning of desired capacity, minimum capacity, and maximum capacity? So desired capacity means how many instances you want to start from beginning. Okay, and minimum capacity. So at any point of time, the minimum capacity, if you keep it as 2, it will be 2 only. Okay, and maximum capacity, if I say 5, so if my CPU utilization is high, okay, and it will check the CPU utilization of all the servers, and if it detects there is a CPU utilization is high on any of the server, it is going to increase the servers from 2 to 5 on its own. Okay, so now I am going to select the target tracking policy because average CPU utilization, right? As we do not have any live traffic, right? Because this is a sample application we are running. So to simulate the CPU utilization, later I am going to launch in all the instances to run certain commands. Okay, I'm going to change the launch template. Okay, but for now this is the setup. Okay, so target value I'll keep it as 10% only. It means that if the CPU utilization is greater than 10, then it is going to add the instances. Where it is invalid value, yeah, here. So it will be 2 also. Okay, minimum and desired capacity should be same value. Okay, and go to next. Now this is the for notification. Suppose for any activity, if you want to receive any notification, you can certainly add, and you can check the this thing. So I have already created the notification service, but I will show you how you can create. So you have to create a topic, okay, and you can say it as my auto scaling group topic, and email address you can give it as your email ID. Okay, for event types, for launch, terminate, fail, everything it will send the notification. Okay, so add, you can add one more notification if you have multiple email IDs, otherwise it is not required, and click on next and go to notification. So it will send the notification to my email ID. Okay, and tags, if you want to add, you can add here, but already we have specified, so no need to add tags here. And now you can review the template and you can create the auto scaling group. Okay, so let me create. Now go back to the EC2 here. Okay, and no more we require this. I'm going to terminate this server ELB demo, because we have already created a EC2 instance. Now what you will see is within some few minutes you are going to see, so updating capacity, it will launch 2 instances. Just wait and watch. So very soon you will see. So I have terminated the server, and you can see, so this is temporarily unavailable, means it is unable to find the server. Okay, so we'll wait now. Yes, so as you can see, it is now pending. So it is in the pending state. And now let us study our auto scaling groups. So this is the one second. Yeah, so this is the auto scaling group, and it is following the Jenkins launch template, right? And it is going to attach to the Jenkins target groups. Now let us see the Jenkins target groups. Do you see any instances? Yes, already it is getting registered, isn't it? And go to our load balancer section. So go to the listeners. So for 8080, it is forwarding to the Jenkins target group. So which is totally fine, right? So now let me refresh. So my application is back online. So if you don't believe this, so just see. So this is the same application which we are using, right? So sometimes this happens. You have to just refresh. Yeah. So you can see test job. It is working perfectly fine. So for auto scaling group, we have used all the concepts we learned. We used what? Creating a backup, using the AMI, creating a launch time. So many concepts are involved here, and it is very, very easy. Okay, and very soon you will notice that there is a this you ignore. Okay, now there will be 2 instances. Now if you see in the auto scaling group, there will be 2 instances. Or in the, if you can see it is in the target group also, you will see there will be 2 servers. Okay, don't forget about this health status and all, because I need to properly configure for health checks, so that you don't worry, but still we are getting the job. Clear? Yes or no? So why we are getting fail? Because it is trying to hit the root, so it is looking for HTTP protocol only, but it is looking for the index.html, which is not there in that server. So that is the reason it is failing, because we have not I think restarted the service, but still, even though health check is failing, it will still send the traffic. Okay, so this is again an interview question. If they ask you if the instance are unhealthy, will it send the traffic? You should answer yes. Okay, now just a second. Let me log into any one of the server. Okay. Let me go here, go to EC2 instance. Yeah, so I will log into anyone. I'm just going to change this sudo fni. It is there actually. Why it is failing, I don't know. Let me just check it. Health check is failing. Just a second. Second Jenkins. Health check. Because we need to change the DevOps health check is, because for the Jenkins the URL will be different. Okay, so you need to go with the login. So what I will do, I'm going to change the target group health checks here and see whether it will solve the problem, because we are getting unhealthy, right? But still it is forwarding the traffic. So I'm going to change it to /login. I'm going to save it. Okay, and see whether it will work out or not. Now it will hit the port 8080/login. Okay, and it will get a response, and then unhealthy host will be converted into healthy, but still it is resolving the traffic. Okay, so let us give some time, and meanwhile see, we don't have any running live traffic or application to induce the CPU. So if you see here by the top command, so top command is to check the CPU utilization. So as you can see here, there is only one service which is running. Okay, and the utilization is very less, and 99% of the system is idle. Okay, so to induce the CPU utilization, I'm going to install one package which will create the CPU utilization. Okay, so for that I'm going to run this command, amazon -linux -extras install epel. Yes, and then I'll try to install. So yum install stress -y. So stress is the command, I mean package. Okay, that's it. Very simple. So if you just stress -help, so you'll get the command. So you have to run this. Okay, but while running, just change it to 1000 seconds. Okay, so now this, it will, what it will do, it will create the artificially CPU utilization in this server. Okay, now you can see that one of the system is healthy. Okay, which is that BA6D. Okay, because until and unless it finds healthy, it is going to, launching the instances. Okay, so now you can see it has already launched 3 instances, so all are healthy now. You got the thing, because of the health check, because this application always runs on this. Now if you just change it to /login, you will see, so this is what is the application. and it will hit this. If it is getting a response, then it says it is healthy. Clear? Now we have 3 instances, and very soon it will launch 5 instances. Okay. See, even if I terminate all the instances, no, automatically it will come back. I'll just show you. And don't terminate. See, you can see 1 2 3 4. So it is already creating the 4th instances. So this is the concept of auto scaling group. Automatically it is adding. I will show you once again. I will terminate all these 4. Okay, now let me go to the action set and terminate. If you terminate 100 times, 101 time it will again going to launch the instance, because that is what is the job of auto scaling group. Okay, you can check the target group also. Now it will say that there are no targets because I just terminated. Now slowly automatically it will add. Just wait and watch. So slowly it will add now. And for everything I will get a notification, but for before that you need to subscribe to that notification. Wait a minute, I forgot to do that. So you will have received a notification from AWS. So where is it? Google Ads. uh, Promotion, social, YouTube.
Sir, check the spam, sir.
No, spam, it will not be there. Let me check the launch template. Okay, so as you can see, it has already added 1 instance. Now see, our application will be up and running fine. See, okay, so test job. So this is the concept of auto scaling group. Now why I'm not getting the notification? Let me check that. Why am I not getting? So let me go to the launch template. Not here, sorry. Auto scaling group. So go to edit. Not here. Let me try to create a new version. Okay, let me see if there is any missed. Auto scaling groups. Edit. Group size is fine. Now automatically it has changed to 5 instance, so it will add the 5th instance. And load balancing, health check. Okay, it has not taken the notification option. Oh, you can change that. Okay, so let me add here. Advanced scaling protection. 0 auto scaling group selected. Yeah, see here. So at notification is missed out. So I'm going to select the this one and create. Okay, now you will see that I'll get an email from AWS for the, it will be in the social, it will take some time. Yeah, it was there in the spam. Okay, so I need to confirm the subscription. Okay, now after that it will start receiving the notification now. I don't know why it has come in spam. It shouldn't come. Okay, report not as spam, and then it will start coming here. Okay, clear. So as you can see, there are now so many instances are created and it is terminating. Okay, if you go to the auto scaling groups, so it is keep on updating the capacity. Okay, so why it is failing? Because 1C you should not select, you should always select 1A and 1B. Okay, so if you change that, automatically this will get resolved. Okay, clear. So this is the way, and our application will be always accessible. Clear. So this is the concept of auto scaling group. So any doubts, guys? So I'm going to give you tasks. So this also I did today, create a network balancer, because nobody have done. So I'm going to, guys, if you don't practice, it will be very difficult. Okay, so create a auto scaling group for your existing ALB or NLB. You can achieve the same thing for NLB, but I don't recommend to create NLB because it is quite expensive. Play with ALB, it is quite cheaper. So I'm going to just mention ALB, existing application load balancer, and configure auto scaling based on CPU utilization. So whatever I did today, you have to repeat. Okay, auto scaling group. So auto scaling group means it includes all the things. That is launch template. You have to start with launch template, then target groups. You can use the existing one, or if you want to practice a lot, you can create a new target groups also. Okay, for your existing application load balancer, and you have to see the CPU utilization. So whatever I did now, so this command you have to run in the instances. Okay, so this is not so difficult. You can do it. Okay, just see the video once and try to do it on your own. Okay, and try to note down the difficult commands or difficult thing if you are facing any issues, and then you can do it very easily. I think this command you don't need to remember, because once you install this package, so this, if you just type stress -fn help, it will give you the list, right? So don't worry, right? Okay, so any doubt, guys? Okay, if there are no doubts, then meanwhile let me terminate, because from yesterday I've been running application load balancer. And guys, don't terminate the instance from here. It is of no use. Just do that, delete the autoscaling group from here. It will delete it for you. It will terminate all the instances. Okay, launch template, you can keep it as it is, or if you don't want, you can delete that also to avoid confusion. So you can delete that. So you can delete the launch template as well. That's it. And main thing is, it will not delete the load balancer. You have to delete on your own. So delete the load balancer also. And you will very soon you will see that all will be terminated. Just matter of seconds or minutes, it will be terminated on their own, because it is still deleting, right? So it will take some time. Okay, so no doubts. Are you sure? So I can see the instances are also reducing one by one. So once it has terminated all the instances, this itself will get deleted. And you can check here. So don't get confused with this number, because just go with the running state equals to running. So there are currently 9. So very soon it will be only 4. Okay, any doubt, guys? Okay, so if there are no doubts, so I'm going to stop the recording.